100%. I think one of the other things that you do so well and advocate well is like committing to learning, and not just within, say, learning more about training or nutrition, but more about yourself and self-awareness and the way you feel and the why behind that, because that can then add huge value to improving other aspects such as training and nutrition.
Yeah, for sure. Education is something that I don't have to force myself to do anymore. It's ironic, man, because all the way through university, I still didn't really enjoy school. Like I didn't really like learning because someone else was I have this rebellious attitude, man. And I don't know if it's genetic or if it's something I got from my childhood, but if you tell me I have to do something, the likelihood of me doing it is very, very slim. If I just kind of like go on my own, I'm the most motivated guy in the world. It's like this insatiable desire to learn and get better and improve. But if someone says, hey man, you should do this, or like you have to do this, I just can't do it. Like, I don't know why I can't get my head motivated to do it. My mom and I fought all the time when I was a kid. Ben, do the dishes. And I would just walk away and I would ignore her and she'd get angry with me. And then as soon as she'd leave the room, like if she just wouldn't say anything, I would do the dishes because like, oh shit, these are dishes here. Like, so why doesn't somebody do these damn things? I want these things out of here. But if somebody asked me, my, shithead attitude was always just to walk away. So yeah, my commitment to education is something that comes from within.
Do you think that attitude maybe you had when you were younger was why you've maybe gone off on like different path maybe than other people and sort of set your own way in terms of like learning and trying maybe different techniques and looking for maybe different variables outside of the box compared to a lot of other people?
Sure. And I say this all the time. I think as a culture, as a world right now, we're very, very soft. We're very, very weak. And I don't say I'm any different, but when I was very young, I was exposed to some things as far as like kind of sink or swim, man. Like at 7 years old, you're like, hey, dude, you either need to find your way around this huge city or not, right? And so I learned to overcome stress and adversity very, very young, and I had some stressful situations, and it allowed me to realize that I didn't need anybody. And my mentality, literally all the way until I was almost 30, was two middle fingers to the world. I'm going to do this myself. If you want to come along for the ride, jump on my back. Just don't slow me down. And I just didn't want anybody's help. And it was like, if you're going to help me, awesome. If you're going to get in my way, I'm going to fucking stomp on you. And that was just always my mentality. And I don't think it's right or wrong. I don't encourage that with anybody, but that was the only way I knew how. Looking back on it, I don't think it was necessary, but at the same time, I think more people would benefit from having that type of resolve and that type of commitment and passion for anything. And it doesn't necessarily mean you need to be mean to people or disrespectful to people. And I don't know that I was often. But I was just so focused on what I had to do that if someone got in my way, I didn't have any other skills. I didn't know any other way to push them aside or say, hey, please step aside. I'm working on this. I'm moving toward this. You're slowing me down. The only way I knew how was get the fuck out of my way. And that's not always the most kind approach. But the thing was, as soon as that was done, like as soon as I got my task accomplished, I would be the first person to go back and go, I apologize. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for contributing to my life. I just, in that moment, didn't have the bandwidth or the focus, I guess, or the attention to be able to do anything other than I did.